let's do cynical.
Yeah.
Right? ये हाथ मुझे दे दे ठाकुर.
Nice. So what's the best thing about being a celebrity?
The best thing about being a celebrity is people take you seriously. So if you don't take yourself seriously, then it's a good balance, I guess. No, to be honest, the best thing about being a celebrity is being able to have a voice. You can reach out to people, and if that's something you want to do. So yeah, so I think it's the ability to reach out to people, the luxury of having a voice.
What is like the worst part of being a celebrity?
The worst part of being a celebrity is well, I think it's being in places sometimes you don't want to be at. It's always having to be a certain way, you know, because when you're a celebrity, you expected to be happy all the time, and sometimes you're really not that happy, you know. But the show must go on, so you have to put up a smile all the time and keep going.
What is there any one particular dialogue we want you to say it in like 5 or 7 different ways?
5 or 7?
Yeah,
7
depends on how well you do in the first one.
7 is a lot. 7 is a lot. My directors would hope with that kind of variation.
Okay,
that
so
kind of versatility.
Maybe we can do Ye Haath Mujhe De De Thakur, and we can do the first one as a romantic one.
So this is multi-layered, huh? So Thakur being Thakur and then be saying this in a romantic way. Wow, I like this. Okay, so let's try. Ye haath mujhe de de Thakur. Is that romantic? Is that cheesy?
that was romantic / cheesy, so it worked.
Okay, that works.
Okay, now should we do it in, well, angry they've already done. The original dialogue is very angry anyways. So maybe you can do it in a sad way. Yeah,
let's do it. Let's do cynical.
Yeah.
Right? Ye haath mujhe de de Thakur.
Nice.
So
yeah, well, you should do it now in a sad way. Sad way. Like a really sad, tragic way. Okay, and maybe let's do the last one as something like you're in a fit of giggles. You have to.
That I usually am.
Yes.
Please. So back in 2012, when I graduated from university, I was lucky enough to get while I was in university, I was doing modeling assignments and hosting assignments and just something to pay the bills and stuff. Always had an interest in it. But I really wanted to get behind the camera, and there was no way as such of doing it. Also because I was studying finance, I was doing a degree in finance. And so when I graduated, I was lucky enough to get an internship with ACE director Asim Raza. He's a ad film director, a film director now. And so I started off as an intern, then moved my way up. I quit my job at a multinational, went and joined him as an intern after a finance degree, and I was lucky enough to, I think I was very lucky because I got, early on I got exposure working on huge sets as an internee, then a third assistant director, second assistant director, first assistant director. And then, you know, I was his first AD for some time, and then I moved on and I started producing ad assignments and stuff. And then I was lucky enough to move on and direct a few assignments of my own with, you know, I was lucky enough to get brands like Coke and stuff too. So I made some TVCs as a director as well. So I got a lot of exposure behind the camera, and then I kind of got back in front of the camera when I wanted to go produce Home and Jahan, which was my first film as a producer. So Asim and I co-produced that, and I also auditioned for the role, and then I did Arhan. I acted out Arhan, for which I got a Lux Style Award as well, so I got a lot of claim for that, and I was very grateful to God for that. And then sort of like that was like my second inning for my acting career again, because after that everything picked up. Before that, when I decided to go behind the camera, I stopped acting completely. And so the idea is always to make interesting content, whether you're an actor, whether you're a director, whether you're a producer, whether you're a spot boy on set, whether you're a makeup artist, a production designer. All of us are working for the same thing. The idea is to generate good content, and essentially I wouldn't call myself an actor or a producer or a director or anything. I'd call myself a content generator, and the idea is that to be able to create interesting content. And how does one do that is if you surround yourself with interesting company, you know, that's how ideas flow. So I crave meeting people who have interesting stories to tell, who are expressive about general experiences they have. I've had the most interesting conversations with people that you wouldn't even expect. Like, for example, if I'm a huge cricket fan, so sometimes I'll play street cricket with my friends at night, night cricket and stuff. And sometimes while sitting outside, I'll chat up a watchman or someone, while I'm fielding or something, and get an interesting story out of him. And so I'm always on the lookout to get inspiration, interesting stories and stuff. And interesting stories and inspiration come from the most unlikely places. That's what I've realized. Some of the most interesting dialogues I've picked up have been from very interesting sources as well. So it's a good start. Currently, I'm producing and acting in my acting in my fourth film, but producing my second film. And the idea from here on is to sort of switch gears this coming next year, and then get heavily into content generation. So with the Vision Factory Films, which is our production company, we're looking to get into other mediums as well, apart from films. We're looking to get into web content, we're looking to get into television and stuff, and we're already doing commercials and films. So yeah, pretty much that's what it is. It's the idea of being able to create and generate content, which is exciting.